Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to jump into another bill search here, see if we find anything worth more than face value. I just got a bunch of fives. I went to the bank. I got like a bunch of tens, bunch of fives, bunch of 20s. So some of these might be flipped around and crap like that, but we'll see if we find any cool things, at least collectible. Looks like this one's really beat up, Series 2013. I'm gonna guess that most of the ones in this video are gonna be the redesigned 5 in the early 2000s. I think it was like 2005 or 6. You can correct me if I'm wrong. We're basically just looking for stuff that's going to have misprints, fancy serial numbers, patterns in the serial number, anything like that. Stray ink stuff, over inks, kind of things that are neat looking or error notes. Nothing on that. 2013, probably the most common year we'll come across. Nothing jumping out so far. Things I like to look for are these shifts in the seal, shift in the serial numbers. Up here on the bill, these little 05s, they form an anti-counterfeiting measure called Urian, which is also referred to as a constellation made up of those numbers, those little mini 5s. You can sometimes get some lack of ink there since it's a really light printing on that portion of the note, but that portion of the note is printed within the note, not on the note, so it's a little harder for that to have issues. Really good repetition in the serial number. A lot of people ask me about that. In this case, like, unless we were talking blocks, so like blocks of zeros, blocks of fours, and preferably just 2 digits in the serial number, maybe 3, I wouldn't say it's collectible. So in this case, if it was like 00, 3 5s, 3 4s, that would have been pretty stellar, them being all clumped together and repeating. Looks like we got a little discoloration up here. Let me see if I can... There we go. Sorry about that. I was wondering what was going on. Nothing really... I was looking at that little discoloration, but that looks to be some sort of highlighter or something. A little bit of writing on the note. This one's been wet, you can tell from the feel of the note, so it's been pretty damaged. It's towards the end of its life, and it's hard to see if it has anything collectible. Almost a date note, 2018-13-41. Nothing going on really there. I like to look around the actual depiction of the seal in the background of the newer 5s. Sometimes you'll get some blurring in the lines around the shield or around kind of the repetitious depictions of the number 13. Some boogers on the back of the note. I think all of them so far have been 2013 notes. This one too. These are real beat up. I mean, I like circulated notes, but these ones are pushing it. Nothing crazy so far. Let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches in the comments below. I definitely like hearing about what everyone else is finding. No crazy shifts. I like to look at the seals to pick, printed here and here. 0381. Thought we had something there for a second, but nothing really jumping out at me. 5s, 3s, kind of same deal. Another thing to look for with patterns, I do have a video. I'll remake a new video and kind of update the info, but the different types of fancy serial numbers to look for, there's a variety of them. Block repeater ones are ones where you have repetitious numbers in them. You could have patterns. A lot of people like birthday notes. That's where it's got like an actual month, day, and year. Usually preferred to be depicted, for example, my birthday is May 3rd, 1989, so 0503-1989 in that order would be the preferred way. This is a 2017A note. 2017 and 2017A were pretty large for every banknote. They really pumped out notes that year for that series. A little bit of a press through the serial number there. That's common on 5s. Real beat up. I haven't seen anything too stellar in the serial numbers or anything so far. Nice. I have not found a Starnote 5 in quite some time. Of course, this one is damaged. Starnotes are really neat, of course, because you get them due to replacement notes. So something happened during the production process of this 5 or its counterpart. They replaced that note, but they have to keep account of that. So they drop the lettering on the end of the serial number and they replace it with a star. This is really cool. I mean, despite the blue stain up here, which I have no idea what that's from, it's not in bad shape overall. I wouldn't say it's worth more than face value, though. But I like Starnote, so I'm going to hold on to it. 2013 note. This one's got a bunch of crap on it, too. You can't really see it in the camera. Good repetition of 7, 8s, 3s, but nothing in a pattern that I want to hold on to. Tons of writing across notes, the last few ones. Eddie was letting his presence be known. I'm actually going to hold on to this one. I like to see on ones that have writing. A lot of those people use Where's George, and if they did, then I'll update it with this note that I had it. I just like using that site and have for many years, so we'll just check it out. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nothing there. I thought we had almost a date note for a second, but not. No crazy hits so far, no cool shifts and seals or serial number, no patterns yet. We have that little star note, one note with writing on it, which I'll just, for fun, kind of see if it's been logged. Getting down there. That one looks like some ink got spilled on it too. You can tell from the coloration, though, it's not ink that was used during the production process, so I wouldn't get too crazed about it being an error. It's just somebody had like a Sharpie break or whatever. So in this case, it's a good example. If we would add August 17th, 2022 or whatever, that would have been a good date note. A lot of people like those because you can give them to people for their birthday or whatever, if it's an anniversary date or some sort of significant date. Those are really sought after. Usually those can command value over face value. 2009, so a little bit older note. Nothing to talk about as far as design, though. They haven't changed much since that redesign in the early 2000s, which they actually proposed in the late 90s. It just took a few years to actually happen, so good old government for you. Nothing jumping out. I think we're down to like the last couple of them. So if you've made it this far with me, awesome adventure so far. We found a little Starnote action, so not like the coolest banknote search ever. If you like coins and banknotes, of course, check out my other videos. I don't see anything jumping out, so not too adventurous, but you can't find stuff every time that's like millions of dollars. We found our Eddie note. So Eddie, wherever you are, thanks for the $5. I'm going to look online. I'll see if it's logged. And if not, I'll add it. But I wouldn't say it's worth anything more than $5. And our star note, I just love me some star notes. I haven't pulled a $5 note in a while, so I'll kind of just take it as a, lame, smaller find for this video. Hopefully we have better luck next time, but let me know what you've come across in your coin and banknote searches lately. We'll talk in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.